Episode of the Everblack Podcast is brought to you by Deathwish, Hotrods and Kustoms. Check out their Instagram for all their new t-shirts, caps, beanies, cups, and the all-new Atomic Death lineup.
Hello.
Hey, brother. Going on?
Hey, man. How are you?
Good, man.
It's going good. Good. So Nev, is that right?
That's me. Mark.
Awesome.
Yeah, good to see you. Hey, good to talk to you, man. Where are you? You're at home. Is that right? Back off the road?
No, we're on tour. Yeah, we're in Vegas right now.
Oh, okay. Because I was flipping through Insta before, and was that you that was jumping on a trampoline?
Yeah. That's an old video, but it's like, I'm gonna post a video of a backflip.
I was like,
and that's how I feel about releasing the record.
Hey, dude, it's awesome. But I was like, man, that's one fancy tour bus if you got a trampoline, on the roof or something.
Right, that'd be amazing. That's next level stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's like Motley Crue shit. But
right.
I don't know. Did they? But hey, congratulations on this new Nothing More album, man. Dude, so good. So good.
Too kind. Really appreciate that, Nev.
No, man, I was at the gym yesterday. That's where it got me the most. I was at the gym and there was some tracks. I was just like, doing my, I usually not heavy weights. Come on, mate. But enough. And I was like, it was giving me that extra push. It was worth it, dude.
Yeah.
But
that's sick. That's amazing.
Yeah. Hey, man. Weird way to start an interview, but hey, man, that's what I got from it. But you mentioned you're on tour, and you're on tour with In This Moment and Sleep Token. Is that right?
I am. Yeah. And it's really good, man. It's been tough, if I'm being honest. We've been through like 6 different tour buses. We've hit a bear. We've had to cancel some shows. There's been weather crap. There's been sickness. You name it. It's happened. And every day it's something new. But we're all just trying to, take it on the chin and just keep moving on and keep pushing through, make it to the next show. And, here we are. We released the album. The world has it. And it's been a tour. We are happy and grateful to, be playing music for a living. And it's a joy every single night to see people singing your songs. That's something that really makes you appreciate your job. It's the best job in the world.
Man, absolutely. I wish I was doing it. Not the bus breaking down stuff. Like that's a real bummer. I'm sorry to hear that. But man, like seeing all the pictures of you guys playing live and getting up there and just thrashing it out. It's just, especially after the last couple of years, and how your fans just absolutely love you guys. It must be such a good feeling to be up there again and playing for these people. And
it really is, COVID affect everybody, in the entire world. So it's something we went through together. So we all know that it really kind of put a damper and the world in a depressive state. We all kind of were changed from it and everything. And, it really is you don't know what you have till it's gone. When I'm in my garage, playing these riffs and recording, and it's been, 2.5 years since we've played in front of people. It's like, does this matter? Do I matter? There's a lot of that sort of mental depression and those dark thoughts that I definitely had, and I know some of the other guys did, as well as the world. So I'm very, very grateful to be back.
And it's been 5 years. Was it 5 years between albums, dude? You're probably hearing that a lot, but man, that's a lot of time that's been put into this album, and you can hear it. You can hear it all throughout how much care and time has been put into this thing, but during the, obviously that thing that happened, I don't like saying it because they ping me for it.
Fair. Fair.
But, did you find that added to that time of writing? Like, did it extend from 3 years to 5 years because of that?
It definitely did. I feel like we could have been done a year earlier, but because of, we have to refigure out how we're going to do this. We're all physically separate. We don't even live in the same city. So there was so much file sharing going on and having to, not rely on each other for like, well, normally, I record guitars with Ben or Johnny and they are engineering because I'm just focused on playing, but it's like, oh, I'm going to build a studio in my garage and I'm going to record everything there. I'm going to, engineer the bass too. Dan's going to come over and he's going to record everything here and rely on me. So it was a big learning process, but I'm really glad we did it. We're all better for it. It was very frustrating, kind of as I mentioned, but I do think it's like rough treatment that gives stones their luster. So in the same way, I feel like this record is a product of that. We all went through some shit and it was hard to deal with, but here you have it. We're not Tool, we're not Carnival. We didn't take that long.
Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, well, Tool. Is that a VB you drink it?
No, it's LaCroix.
Oh, I was going to say because the green. I'd see the green can because we've got VBs down here, and for me, oh yeah, cool. I just saw the green and I was like, "There's a VB." The Australian in me like goes all caveman. I'm like, I need a VB. But
that's awesome. I don't even know what VB is. Tell me what is VB?
You're a beer dude, right? You love your beer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We don't drink Foster's down here. I know you've been here once.
I do know that.
Yeah. So VB is like one of our national beers. You love it or you hate it, but it's a good lager. So next time you're down here in Australia, which I hopefully is soon, I'll buy you a VB, mate. I'll crack open a slab for you.
I'll hold you to it. That sounds excellent.
Yeah, man.
I definitely want one. I was very disappointed to learn about Foster's not existing over there because it was such like a staple, like Foster's Australian for beer. And it's like, like Foster's is shit. It doesn't exist over here. Everybody hates it. It's like, oh, wow. What a letdown. Or it's like, I've been lied to my whole life.
Yeah, man. Like the big can in The Simpsons when they come to Australia. Yeah, we don't have those either, which is another complete disappointment about even living here.
Dude, if there's anywhere I want to be, it's Australia. We had such a good time 7 years ago, and we really need to get back. There are some rumors on the horizon of early next year. I don't want to spoil or jinx anything, but I really hope that things pan out and we get all the negotiations worked out that we can so we can get back.
Man, because I saw you guys at Soundwave in Brisbane, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah, 2015, man.
Man, I tell you what, I'm still getting people talking about it. Like, I got a mate who's a mad Nothing More fan. And he's always like, man, I remember being there, dude. It was like the greatest thing. It was the greatest set of the whole day. And that's a lot of people said that, man. A lot of people said that. They're like the week I was like, oh man, how good was this band? How good? But did you fucking see Nothing More? Holy shit. And that's what everyone was saying, man. And like, you made an impression, dude. You guys came and you put the boot in.
Damn. That's really kind of you to say. And that means a lot for, 7 years ago and not being there. We've tried to get there, but as you know, it's like, it's a lot. It's really far away. It's really expensive. And that's sort of the catch-22. It's like, nobody knows us yet. So it's like, it costs even more to get over there, but we have to go over there. So, you make more dough and it's like, then you go back and not lose money.
Yeah. It's a hard thing, man. I know, like being all the way there, like even traveling and stuff. But man, I'd love to see you guys too. We've got such a good, I don't know if you call it progressive melodic metal scene down here. Like you mentioned, but dude, man, there's so many bands that I'd love to see you like hit the road with down here. Not just Carnival. Like Carnival, you guys would be an awesome tour. But man, I tell you what, there's so many great bands. You are welcome anytime with anyone. Let's just say that. So
That's amazing. Who are you? I'm going to pick your brain. Who are you digging right now that I don't know of, like in the Australian scene, that is making some waves and that is
Relica.
like, dude, this is sick.
A band called Relica.
Relica.
Relica. Okay. Reliqa. Shout out to Mom and the boys, mate. Like, you guys would be such a good, like, compliment each other music. You need to check them out, honestly. Like that, the latest release will just melt your face, dude. It's just such a great band. But anyway, we're not doing. Yeah, I love you guys. If you watch this, I love you guys. But we're here talking about nothing more. Of course, this album is just so incredible. And I know you spearheaded the comic tie-in. Is that right? The graphic novel?
Yeah, that's correct, man. We got this offer and opportunity. We started seeing other bands kind of doing something similar. And with Spirits, we really started building this whole artwork world. And Jonny started developing the Spirits test. And it's like, man, this is a great opportunity to kind of like further elaborate and build this Nothing More world. So the cool thing is we really kind of touched on all the symbols, and now there's so much more depth there. So it's like each spirit type is sort of this different, not necessarily superpower, but it's kind of like where you are at your inner core type of thing. So in the comic book, the graphic novel, it kind of goes into 4 of these types for volume 1 and paints a picture, across the world globally, kind of through time. And like, there's these 4 separate stories. You don't think that they're connected, but by the 4th chapter, everything comes together and starts making sense. And sort of in the same way, I'm not sure if you ever got into that show, The OA or Sense8. They're awesome Netflix shows. And in a similar way, it's like, I don't know how all these people sort of found each other, but it's like a synergistic effect. It's like they're bigger and stronger together. And that's sort of like one of the big themes we're painting. It's like, you may think that you have nothing in common, or that you shouldn't have, be able to connect with this person because they're so different than you. But you realize, like, we all need each other. And it's a really, really cool, emotional, enigmatic sort of story.
I need to get my hands on. If you couldn't tell, I'm one of those 40-year-old virgins that has kids, but
that has kids.
I call this the miracle room because it's a miracle that my wife sleeps in the same bed. But I tell you what, I'm all about this stuff. You know what I mean? So is that the same way for you? Are you a big nerdy dude as well who draws from those influences for your music?
Absolutely. I'm all about Lord of the Rings, and I'm super into Rings of Power, everything that's going on right now in that world. Every year I have a get together with a nephew of mine and his wife, and we watch all of the Hobbits and all the Lord of the Rings. I can get super into all the nerdy stuff for sure. I'm also big in all the Marvel world and have watched all the movies, all the shows, and it's a big thing. I'm a dad as well too. So my son's into it, and it's something that we do together too.
It's funny. Hey man, same with my boy. Like, my boy's 6. He just finished Miles Morales on PS4.
Oh, so
cool. I just said I was here working, and I turned around. I'm like, "What'd you do?" He's like, "Oh, I just finished the game." I'm like, "You're 6, bro." But he's mad for it too.
Dude. Yeah, it's mind blowing. But I had such a similar situation. My son's 9 right now. And yeah, he played the first Spider-Man on PS4 and the second one. And I was blown away by it. It's like, how are you doing all of this? That's my boy.
Yeah, that's it. It makes you proud. Proud. Yeah.
That's cool.
But, the spirit test, I did the spirit test as well. And that, I can't remember which one I got, but I was like a little shook. I was like, it's kind of weird. That it's kind of, I felt like it really got into my brain. Did you do it yourself?
Of course. Yeah. We were all kind of beta testers or whatever, the three of us for Jonny, is he kind of like slowly kept crafting it, making it better and better, and right on. Yeah, so Dan and I are both Fuse. Ben is a constant, like the tree spirit type, and Jonny is true.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Like,
which one are you?
I can't remember which one I was trying to find, because I took a screenshot when I did it, and I was like, I don't know where I've done it, but I remember that I was sitting here going, oh man, what? I feel like they know me too much now. Like it was
That's awesome.
Scary, dude. Like, but it's so well done. I know, a lot went into it. So
yeah, absolutely. We're really proud of it and excited to again continue building this world and kind of keep expounding on it throughout this album process.
Man. But I mean, that's another thing also about you guys is musically, I can't, pinpoint what the band is. Obviously, you're a heavy band, but there's so many different musical influences in there. I can hear little bits and pieces where it reminds me of this, reminds me of that. But it's such a incredible mix of different genres at any given time. Is that difficult to write for you guys?
Yeah, yes and no. And it's like, I don't know. It's I guess it's like anything. Some songs come together really quick, and they're there, and then it's just kind of, going into tones. It's like the parts have already written themselves, and so it's just kind of like engineering and shaping everything. And then some songs, like Face It, that probably took the longest time, and it went through the most amount of changes. But I'd say I think maybe our collective favorite song on the album. It kind of starts in almost carnival world with like Phil Collins vocals on top, and then goes to, Deftones to Linkin Park type of riffy verse, and I don't know, it ends up in like I don't know, it's just a fun journey. Go through some Tool in there for sure.
I love it.
Well, we just try to be sponges in regards to soaking up all the good that there is in the world with music, throughout our entire lives. And all you can do is put your own spin on things. Everything's been done, but it's, there's still new creations and new compositions to be made. There always will be. It's just how you go about it, So that's what we try to do. Not be limited to like, we are just this and this will be every single song on every album ever.
That's where a lot of bands have, I think, from the beginning, they've sort of backed themselves into a corner. So it's when they do go and try and experiment, the fan base are like, what are you doing, man? Like, what do you it takes them by surprise, but you guys, you could do anything. You could release a black metal record and people would be like, oh yeah, it's nothing more. It's just them doing
That's funny. Yeah, it's nice to not limit ourselves, just kind of like you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun.
Yeah, man. Well, of course, you've got this tour you're on at the moment, new albums out everywhere, hopefully an Australian tour, fingers crossed. What else is on the cards for 2023 and beyond?
Yeah, man. Well, we start the year with Shiprocked, and then, there's the potential possibility we're talking about. And then there's going to be a headline tour in April. We're just finalizing some details in regards to support. But that should be 6 weeks or so. And then summer festivals, we hope to be in Europe. A lot of those details are getting ironed out too. It's just, so unfortunate with what happened. There's just a bottleneck of every single band trying to be everywhere on every tour at once. So it's difficult to get to the front of the line or to make sure, you get your turn and your chance. We're just trying to get everywhere on this record. And, God willing, we do.
I'm seeing that even down here a little bit, man, with like local stuff. Like we're trying to plan some stuff and go, hey man, can we play here? It's like, oh no, we're booked up for the next 27 years.
Right. Yeah. It's like, whoa, really? That far out?
Yeah. You're like, what do we? Okay, cool. I'll just play in my backyard. But
Yeah.
hey, you can come down. We'll come down, play nothing more in my backyard, and we'll do.
There
that.
we go.
Yeah,
It'll be the Nev tour.
Yeah,
I like it.
With me on the post, the VB going. Yeah, cool. But,
sounds like a plan.
no, we'll play. But anyway, Mark, it's been awesome hanging out with you on the show. I appreciate you taking the time, talking to beers and some medals. But we will have all the links to Spirits down here. Go get it, everybody, right now. And mate, we will see you very, very soon.
That sounds so good. Thank you so much for having me. Thanks for all the love in Australia. We will get there soon, I promise.
Let's go. Awesome, bro. Enjoy the rest of your tour, man.
Definitely.
See you, man.
Take care, dude.
See you, bro.
Bye.